whether if he's fled outside the city, he could have gone to some satellite cities around Mumbai. There also police teams have gone. There are a state alert has been released. This image of this wanted accused has been shared by the state control room, and there are multiple police teams looking for him, because details regarding how did he enter the house, that is a big question. How did he manage to sneak inside the house at 2 a.m. like 1:30 a.m. he's seen climbing up the stairs, and then at 2 a.m. he's spotted by the caretaker, who's the complainant in this case. So
Devesh, I want to ask you a quick question. Multiple theories still abound, more unanswered questions, right now that have emerged, even where you're headed into 40 hours of no clue who this man was, what the motive was. The question, Devesh, I really want to ask you is, all of this, Devesh, despite unusually the case now being handed over to Daya Nayak, who's Mumbai's encounter specialist. Usually that's not the case.
Well, Daya Nayak's team is also parallelly working on the case, and the case is still with the Bandra police station, and Daya Nayak is in charge of the Bandra unit, that is the crime branch, which is the unit 9. So he technically it is his jurisdiction also as per the crime branch. So his team is also working on it, and meanwhile the primary investigation remains with the Bandra police station. So both the teams, Bandra police station and the unit 9 headed by Daya Nayak, both the teams are working on the case, but till now there is no success. There are multiple suspects who have been brought in. A carpenter who had worked at the residence of Saif Ali Khan, he was brought in for questioning. There are several other staffers of the building who were brought in for questioning.
Devesh, how much of a connect can one make right now
Khan himself
to the alleged person who was trying to break into Mannat, Shah Rukh Khan's residence, and this person? Is there any connection between the two?
Well, the CCTV images that we've accessed, and also from police sources, we've learned that the person seen carrying that ladder behind Mannat has the same physique or the same build as the person who attacked Saif Ali Khan. So that is a suspicion that he could be the same person. As of now, it is yet to be proved. There are no further details, but police is looking for both the persons. Like he could be the same person, but police
till
is
now it's a shot in the dark
on the Mannat angle as well.
And what is a tad bit amazing, I'm sorry to cut you short, I'm going to quickly move on, Devesh, but what is really amazing right now is that it's 40 hours and still we are clueless. There are no answers that are coming in. The police have formed multiple teams to hunt for the suspect in the Saif Ali Khan case. We saw that new CCTV image that has just emerged that indicates that he was wandering around Bandra till 8 a.m. the next morning. Moreover, images found earlier where it says that 2 days before the attack, an unknown man, now that Devesh said that there could have been some resemblance, but that's still a shot in the dark, who was allegedly wrecking Shah Rukh Khan's house in Mumbai. Here are more details.
It has been over a day since Bollywood actor Saif Ali Khan was stabbed in his own house. The attacker is still at large. India Today has accessed CCTV footage of the attacker moments before the attack, where he can be seen climbing up the stairs. The footage shows the attacker going up the fire escape stairs at 1:37 a.m. with his face covered and rushing back down after the attack on Saif at 2:33 a.m. But this time the face cover is off. Later that night, the attacker was spotted at the Bandra railway station. Sources tell India Today he took the first local on Thursday morning to go to Vasai Vihar in Palghar. The police have informed 20 teams to investigate the crime. In another twist to the case, it has emerged that an unknown person allegedly did a recce of Shah Rukh Khan's house on January 14th. The CCTV footage accessed by India Today shows a person with face covered moving in the area where Shah Rukh Khan's house is located. Later, a ladder was found at the retreat house, a building next to the actor's residence.
retreat house, this property, which is a church property of Bombay Xavier Corporation, was used to recce the house of Shah Rukh Khan. So this is the retreat house. That person got a ladder and he used this ladder to do a recce around the Shah Rukh Khan's house, which is mannat. So this is the structure of retreat house, and just behind it is the mannat area.
Meanwhile, more information has emerged on the state in which Saif Ali Khan was rushed to the Lilavati hospital.
लेडीज सामने से भाग के आती है तो बोले फटाक से भैया जी उठन लो, फटाक से गेट पे गाड़ी लगाओ, इमरजेंसी है, किसी को घाव लगा है। घाव लगाने के बाद जैसे गेट पे जाता हूँ तो 2-4 लोग निकलते हैं, रिक्शा खड़ा करा तो देखता हूँ एक आदमी निकल रहा है, उसको खून से ब्लड से यानी कि पूरा वाइट
ब्लड से खून से भरा हुआ,
खून से भरा हुआ था। तो फिर मैं यही पूछा मैंने, सर किधर जाएंगे? तो आपस में पहले बोले कि लीलावती जाएंगे या होली फैमिली जाएंगे। तो फिर उनसे जैसे बोले अपना सैफ अली खान बोले कि लीलावती चलो।
पूरा उनका उसमें ब्लड था, बट ही वॉकड इन लाइक अ लायन एंड ओनली विथ हिज स्मॉल चाइल्ड, दैट इज 6-7 साल का उनका जो लड़का है, तैमूर है शायद उसका नाम, हाँ, उसके साथ वो वॉक इन किए हैं। With so much of this, he is a real hero that way.
Doctors also explained that Saif is recovering, but it was a narrow escape for the star.
Spinal cord में injury हो सकता था.
They had pulled out a 2.5 inches long part of a sharp knife from Saif's body during the surgery.
We are observing his progress. He is doing excellent and very well as per what our expectations are. So, as per his progress, maybe we have advised him, as I just mentioned, bed rest. So if he is comfortable in at least 2 to 3 days, we will be good to discharge.
Doctors hope Saif can be discharged in the next 2 to 3 days. But he is advised bed rest for at least a month. With Divyesh Singh, Mustafa Sheikh, Bhavna Agarwal and Dipesh Tripathi, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, more news break coming in. Till now, the statements of the House Healths were recorded. The latest coming in, Saif Ali Khan's wife, Kareena Kapoor's statement has also been recorded just a short while back. My colleague Devesh giving in more information on that. Devesh, can you give us the nature of statements, any news that is coming in out of that?
Well, the senior police inspector of the Bandra police station has just reached the residence of Saif Ali Khan, and we hear from our sources that the senior PI of Bandra is recording statement of Kareena Kapoor. Remember, Kareena Kapoor is one of the eyewitnesses of the incident. When the caretaker working for Saif Ali Khan and Kareena Kapoor, she screamed for help. It was Saif Ali Khan and Kareena who both came out of their room, rushed to help. After hearing the commotion, the screams of their caretaker, they rushed towards her, and that is when Saif Ali Khan was attacked by the wanted accused. Kareena Kapoor is one of the important key, you can say she's the key witness to this case. So her statement is very important, and that is why her statement is being recorded. Saif Ali Khan's statement will also be recorded once the doctors allow police officials to speak to him. His Saif Ali Khan's statement will also be recorded by the police.
Devesh, would there be any clarity after this? Because there are a lot of questions that are coming at the back of why little Taimur, who's just 8-year-old, accompanied his father to the hospital. Of course, the nanny, the house help was with them, but why the child?
Well, Preeti, as of now, only the statement of caretaker has come to light, and India Today did manage to speak to the auto driver, who confirmed that the caretaker and Taimur, another staffer, and Taimur had accompanied Saif Ali Khan to the Lilavati hospital. Why did Kareena Kapoor not go to the hospital? Was she in shock? Was she scared? That will only come to light when her statement is recorded. Her statement, what she speaks in her statement to the police, that will only be known. Why she did not accompany Saif Ali Khan to the hospital? What happened that night? As per her, what did she witness? Remember, she'd gone for a party at her sister's place, after which she had returned and she was in her room when the attack took place. So Kareena Kapoor also issued a statement on Instagram regarding the incident, and now
very rightfully Kareena Kapoor has asked for privacy. for the family to recuperate on what has been an extremely stunning and an incident that has shocked the family to the core. We wish for a speedy recovery where Saif Ali Khan is concerned, and we'll continue to get you the news behind it. Kareena Kapoor's statement is now being recorded by the Bandra Police Station. We're going to get you more on that, but like I said, viewers, many unanswered questions. Let's put them there. What was the motive behind the attack? Till now, there is very little clarity on what was the motive behind the attack. Was this just plain a burglary gone wrong, or was this a targeted attack on Saif Ali Khan? The attack meticulously planned, or was this just instant rage? That's another question that's coming to light. Did the attacker have an accomplice, or was he just a lone wolf? And does SRK House's recce point to a bigger plot? Were they the same person, or were they two very different individuals? Let's take all these questions right now to our panelists this evening. Joining me, PK Jain, ex-additional DGP, Special Operations, Maharashtra. We have Sanjay Sahai, former IPS officer. We'll also be joined by our other guests very soon. But Mr. Jain, you know, right now there are multiple questions that remain unanswered on what really happened on that night at Saif Ali Khan's residence. Number one, would you give us, some semblance of where the investigations stand? Because it's been over 40 hours with what little information that is coming out is that the cops are still clueless. This man was hanging around at the Bandra railway station till about 8 a.m. the next morning. And till now, the cops really don't know, leave alone motive, on where this person is.
Good evening, Preeti. Thank you very much for having me on the show today. It is, to my mind, it is a burglary which has gone wrong. The person had basically entered the house. There are so many other questions which are still unanswered. My studied guess is that there has to be an accomplice inside the building because, his access to the building, his avoiding the cameras, his actions. You've been already analyzing all these things. So I find that it all is not possible unless there's an accomplice inside. Now, where that accomplice could be, whether it is the household of Saif Ali Khan, or it is some other resident, or the security personnel in the building. CCTVs have not been able to capture the other movements except those two movements on the staircase. All these things point out to some kind of an involvement. As far as the investigation is concerned, I think the police are already on their job, right from the Chief Minister of the state to the DCP of the area. Everybody has been making statements. The fact is that now we have got a face. It is only a question of catching and pinning that face. Apparently, he is not on the police record because otherwise his entire Kundli would have been known by now. He is apparently not on the police record. And, the way you are already flashing his face on the screen, I'm sure that some clue is going to come from the public also as to where this guy could be or where he is at the moment. It may take time. The police are already working under a lot of pressure to solve the case. I'm sure that it will take some time to nab him because, number one, he is, as far as today, as on date, he is an anonymous character to the police. He has committed an offense, yet apparently he's not on the police record, he's not on the police doors yet. So it will take some time for
the sheer fact, understandably, the police, the Mumbai Police is one of the best in the business, and they need some time to possibly crack the case and get in the leads. But would you reckon that along with the Bandra police station, because that is, under the charge where the case is being investigated, you also have the likes of Daya Nayak, who's handling the case. He's an encounter specialist. He's dealt with the underworld. Would you think, that itself raises questions, or would you think that's just routine? They just want the case sorted out at the earliest?
See, in cases like this, Preeti, generally the police take the help of the best of their own. Now, see, there's an angle of technical intelligence in this. The entire dump data is being checked at the moment. Whether there are any phone calls that can be traced, any numbers that can be connected, all that exercise is going on in the background. CCTVs are being checked. Daya Nayak has had, and I believe that even today, has a very good set of informants. And a lot of police work is based on the informants. So they have brought a guy who knows the crime scene in the city, who has worked on very sterling cases. And I'm sure that he's going to exercise and, activate his network again and get some clues about the existence of this person and who he is. So bringing in Daya Nayak is probably from that angle, that every avenue in the crime detection has to be used, whether it is human intelligence or technical intelligence or your personal contact or your personal set of informants. I think there I can come in because of that.
All right, Sanjay Sahai, what do you make of it? You know, for somebody with all the experience that you have, is this a burglary gone wrong? Because many people are also questioning the fact that if you want to rob a celebrity's house, then you do it at a point where the celebrities aren't really at home. If it was an insider job, you know, they've just come back after a holiday, you know, where they were away for weeks at end. If this was an insider job and a burglary at play together, you know, timing could have been better for them.
We are talking about burglary and we are talking about theft. And side by side, simultaneously, we were also talking of abduction and ransom. So first, the exact crime has to be decided whether it is burglary or it is something sort of an abduction, and some ransom is being demanded for. Because the whole thing started with that 1 crore sort of a amount coming in between. So if the person is going there and when he has recceived the whole place. Now, one thing which is very intriguing is that the face is known and we have all the CCTV footages of that particular building. Why facial recognition has not been done on the earlier CCTV footages of last 10 days, 20 days or a month or so as to confidently come out with a judgment or a decision that this person has visited 5 times or 10 times before the incident actually took place. And having gone there, I don't think any burglar would get into the act of abduction and burglary both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the second most important part is that the identity of the person still remains unknown. We are not asking the identity from the Bombay Police, but the point is they can tell us whether the identity has been established or not. If the identity gets established, lots of other nebulous areas that can find some shape. Other important thing, technical intelligence is being talked about. The state of technical intelligence is also very, very crazy. Now, is that house, does it have facial recognition? Somebody has put CCTV there. At the back entry, there are no CCTVs. And you see this accused, the way he has navigated through the whole thing. And if we have just 2 footages, one of say 1 minute or 30 seconds or whatever, and the gap between the two we are calculating as 55 minutes, and that is the time when he was there at the scene of offense. Correct. So he has appeared on the CCTV, but he could have been hanging around. So we don't know what has actually happened. But to get into operation of this nature without placing anybody to take care of his movement or the movement of anybody else in that area, and without proper planning, which means there are accomplices, there is a conspiracy which has been had, it is next to impossible. Then we come to the huge amount of CCTVs which we have in the country. And whether it's the police or it's any other agency, like in Delhi, the Delhi government has 1 lakh CCTV. Does facial recognition does not run on them? So if this face is put on the running CCTV at a real time and dynamic level, then how could this fellow hang around till 8 a.m.? Correct. See, the point is technical intelligence and the use of technology in the manner which we do. And the way we claim that we are putting technical intelligence, human intelligence, and variety of other things. The technical intelligence is itself failing because we are not able to connect the dots.
Sanjay Sahai, are you questioning the competence of the Mumbai Police right now?
I am not questioning the competence of anybody. I am saying this is the state of technology which is being used in this country. I have done a research on 7 cities regarding CCTVs, public CCTVs, their effectiveness. And I'm sorry to say, but for Hyderabad, we did not find it effective anywhere. And I'm not brushing aside Bangalore also. And I'm a computer vision expert in my own right. So what I'm saying is that the CCTVs also, it needs to be iterated as per the present requirements.
Okay.
And I'm convinced of the fact that the level of artificial intelligence which is there in the public domain, I think it will help them to locate that face. And why should we limit it only to the police thing? There are faces all around the place. Faces.com is a website where you can check some 2 billion faces or whatever. So this has to be taken to the next level. Okay. I'm not talking about anybody's competence.
You guys are the best.
What is available.
Fair point. You've been the best in the business. And before we move on, because, as laymen, we have multiple questions and multiple theories. But, I'll give it to the both of you. Mr. Jain, as per you, what's your gut? What do you think happened?
Sorry, could you please repeat your question, Preeti?
What's your gut, sir? What do you think happened?
See, I think the purpose was only burglary. Apparently, the members of the family or the nanny, as they say, got up by hearing some noise, and this person was cornered. And when when Saif Ali Khan and other people tried to apprehend him, that is when he became violent. And the kind of knife that he was carrying was also a knife, which he plunged into Saif Ali Khan and it broke. So apparently, he had not gone there to cause any harm to the people. It was only a kind of a safety tool, which happens in many such cases. There are thousands of burglaries that take place in Mumbai and thousands more in the state. So it is one of those cases which could have happened to any of the flats in the building, because they are all well-to-do people staying in that building. So it could have been anybody, could have been a victim. In this case, it was Saif Ali Khan. All other things, whether he had done a recce or otherwise, all will be probably found out only when there is some definitive clue to detecting this case, and one of the accused is apprehended.
Mr.
We
Sahai,
have to wait for that.
all right, Mr. Sahai, what's your gut in midst of all of this?
I will not take it as kidnapping with ransom. So that is straight away ruled out, that one.
Do you think it could also be a deranged fan acting as a lone wolf?
See, lone wolf business cannot be sorted out till finally we get the lone wolf. So before that, it is very difficult to comment on the psychological state of that particular person as to what transpired and why he did that. What Mr. Jain has been talking about, that it is a burglary which has gone haywire. So until we get the accused and we get all the accomplices, and from a police point of view, as police officers, we would like to believe that it is a burglary gone haywire. But the nature of offences which happen all around the place today, there are things which 1 in a billion chance, those things also happen. Until the time there is a definitive proof that it is a burglary and only burglary and nothing else.
Okay.
I think I will keep a part of my reservations with me. Because what many things have happened.
Okay.
Baba Siddiqui has happened, Mannat has happened. There are lots of things which have happened. And there are undercurrents which we might not be familiar with the public domain knowledge.
Fair point. That's why I raised the question of Mr. Dayanayak also being made, charge and launching a parallel, investigation in all of that. But I appreciate both of you gentlemen for taking out the time and joining us this evening. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, viewers, we're going to continue to get you the latest coming in from Mumbai, especially all the questions that still seem to be swirling. But I want to shift focus right now to the national capital.
Presented by Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat.
Co-presented by
Aapka Joy, Bharat Ka Joy, Joy E-Bike.
All right, viewers, it's the eve of the Delhi elections and it is raining poll sops. Call it ravery, call it welfare schemes, call it whatever you may. But direct cash transfer is the key these elections. The BJP today unveiled its Sankalp Patra poll manifesto for the capital. BJP Chief Union Minister JP Nadda announced a slew of promises for the citizens of Delhi. The big focus in this election for every party, kid you not, is a vote bank, viewers, which has become highly unpredictable, doesn't quite follow the traditional stereotype benchmarks in an election, and that is the woman vote.
The voters in Delhi have a tough decision to make. They have 3 baskets of freebies to choose from, with the BJP, AAP and Congress competitively raising their offers. The BJP released its manifesto on Friday, listing what it would do if voted to power in the assembly elections. Their offer includes 21,000 rupees and 6 nutrition kits to every pregnant woman. 2,500 rupees per month to women from poor families. Free treatment up to 5 lakh rupees under Ayushman Bharat. Additional free treatment up to 5 lakh rupees by state government. Free treatment up to 10 lakh rupees to all senior citizens. Increase in senior citizen pension from 2,000 to 2,500 rupees per month. Cooking gas at 500 rupees per cylinder to women from poor families. 1 cylinder free on Holi and Deepavali.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के संकल्प में इस बात को जोड़ते हैं कि महिला समृद्धि योजना के तहत प्रति माह 2500 रुपए महिलाओं को दिया जाएगा।
AAP, the ruling party in Delhi, dismissed the BJP's manifesto, describing it as an imitation of Kejriwal's Delhi model.
जेपी नड्डा जी ने अपना संकल्प पत्र जारी किया, जिसमें कई सारी रेवड़ियों का ऐलान किया उन्होंने। क्या इन रेवड़ियों को बांटने के लिए उन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री जी से अप्रूवल ले ली है? अभी तक मोदी जी ने जब जब कहा कि फ्री की रेवड़ी सही नहीं है, मोदी जी कहें कि मैंने गलत बोला था, केजरीवाल सही था।
The Aam Aadmi Party, which has already announced many offers including 2100 rupees per month to women from poor families and free medical treatment for senior citizens, upped their list of freebies. They have promised free bus rides to students and 50% discount in metro fare for students. Party chief Arvind Kejriwal also wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi urging the central government to waive off another 50% from metro fare for students to make travel totally free for them. Meanwhile, the Congress, which too had made similar promises, explained why its offer of free power is better than the one made by its rivals.
300 यूनिट बिजली फ्री, ये मैं थोड़ा आपको और समझाना चाहता हूं। 301 जब हो जाती तो मतलब नहीं कि आपको 301 का बिल देना पड़ेगा, वो एक से फिर गिना जाएगा। वो एक यूनिट जो आप 300 से ऊपर खपत होती है आपके घर में, उसका बिल आपको आएगा। जो आज योजना चल रही है वैसी योजना नहीं होगी। ये योजना फिर एक धोखा है आप सबके साथ।
The long list of freebies mean whoever comes to power in Delhi will face the tough task of managing the national capital's finances. For now though, that will be the last thing playing on their mind. With Aishwarya Paliwal, Bureau Report, India Today.
So the big questions that we posed tonight: freebies, free for all in capital. Aam Aadmi Party, BJP, Congress outbidding each other. Will freebies now decide the Delhi elections? Taking the questions to our political panelists: Pradeep Bhandari, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party; Onika Mehrotra, Spokesperson, Congress; Jasmine Shah, National Spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party. Jasmine Shah, 2015, when the Aam Aadmi Party came with a slew of, call it freebies, call it revdi, call it welfare schemes, we all know ultimately these are just poll sops. But when you came up with that, this was unique to the Aam Aadmi Party and you milked it politically. Today, you take the name of the political outfit away, whether you call it a Sankalp Patra or a manifesto, they look identical, be it the BJP, Congress or the Aam Aadmi Party.
Absolutely, Preeti. I think you said it absolutely right. You know, it was Mr. Arvind Kejriwal that has given this kind of a welfare model to the rest of India. For multiple years, BJP and the Prime Minister abused him, said that these revdis should not be given to the poor and the most vulnerable sections. But finally, today, BJP has turned around. I think today will be a historic day where BJP has junked all its ideology and it's essentially telling the people of Delhi that vote for BJP so that we can implement Kejriwal's schemes. As simple as that. This is not BJP ka Sankalp Patra, it's BJP ka Kejriwal Patra. So the question the voters of Delhi are now asking is that agar Kejriwal ki hi scheme lagu karni hai, to fir Kejriwal ko kyun na vote de? What is that the BJP is giving them? There is no vision. You look at the entire Sankalp Patra, it's exactly what the Aam Aadmi Party has not just been saying.
Jasmine Shah, it's not the Delhi elections. The BJP and the Congress have started giving out schemes which are direct cash transfers for a while now. You can go all the way back to Madhya Pradesh. But having said that, the question I asked you, Jasmine Shah, is what's the difference now? Because there is no difference. There is no USP to the Aam Aadmi Party. Why shouldn't a voter today vote for a double engine, then go for the Aam Aadmi Party?
No, so the problem with them is that they normally make these poll promises, Preeti, but they have a long history of denying voters. You know, I'll give a couple of examples. Just before a few months back, before the Odisha elections, what did BJP promise? It promised that we will give 300 units free to the people of Odisha. Preeti, this is the statement of the Deputy CM issued last week, and I'll read it loud for your viewers. Don't expect free electricity, learn to conserve it. This is what BJP does. You know, they have no credibility when they make their promises. They also promise 450 rupees ka cylinder in Rajasthan. Today, what happens? The central government says, no, wo to BJP Rajasthan ne announce kiya tha. You know, the Rajasthan unit of BJP announced it. We are not going to reduce your cylinder. So, you know, the reality is BJP can make all its promises. Show us one state where you're actually giving these kind of welfare schemes to the poor. Where is the free electricity? Where is the free bus rides? Where is free water? Where is the subsidized LPG? You have not done this anywhere, and you think you can come to Delhi and up, and that is one side to it, Preeti. See, there are other aspects of development under Delhi governance, and I'll just complete just 10 seconds. The other important part of the Delhi model of government is the unprecedented investment we have made in healthcare and education. We have transformed government schools, mohalla clinics, all of that. BJP has not even a word to say what is its vision for the national capital. All it says, Kejriwal ye free kar raha hai, hum ye free karenge. They do not talk about the vision. The only party that is talking about the vision of the Delhi, be it the infrastructure, be it the healthcare system, the education system, it is the Aam Aadmi Party.
All right.
You know, BJP today comes off as a very poor replica of the Aam Aadmi Party.
All right. Jasmine Shah, I'm going to circle back to you and I'll possibly ask that question. The sheer fact that you say that the BJP promises doesn't deliver, people and women of Punjab are still waiting for the deliverance of 1,000 rupees a month that you promised and are yet to deliver. But I'll come back to that. I'll circle back on that question. Pradeep Bhandari, I'll bring you in on this. You know, the point made by Jasmine, 2015, I remember a mega rally and then multiple rallies till about 2018. And then things kind of went silent where the Prime Minister said that this ravery culture is going to corrupt India. You know that yourself, Pradeep. And let's not even go all the way till about 2015 to 2018. Let's go about a month ago. Press conferences by Smriti Irani, press conferences by your state chief of the BJP in Delhi, constantly saying the scheme that the Aam Aadmi Party is offering, which is a direct cash transfer of 2,100 rupees under the Mahila Samman Yojana, cannot be delivered because Delhi cannot afford it. That Delhi's coffers cannot afford it. Today, Pradeep Bhandari, not only are you giving 2,500, which is 400 rupees more if you get voted to power, how is it miraculously Delhi can afford this?
Well, Preeti, thank you so much, and I hope Jasmine and the other fellow panelists will hear me out patiently for the at least 50% of the time they were speaking. Well, first of all, Preeti, the Aam Aadmi Party, absolutely I agree with Jasmine, has done unprecedented corruption in Delhi, and even if you save the money of 2,206 crore of corruption as per the CAG report or the 52 crore sheeshmal that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has, we believe that we will get Delhi back to revenue surplus, which is now plunging to revenue deficit because of Arvind Kejriwal's misgovernance. Point number one, because Delhi traditionally has been a historically revenue surplus state since 1993. Point number two, remember Maharashtra, we are giving more than 2 crore women Mahila Samman Rashi in their account, which is 2,100 rupees. On September 28, 2024 in Pundri, Arvind Kejriwal in Haryana said, and I quote Mr. Kejriwal, ask the people of Delhi and Punjab of our work. If we have delivered and if you trust us and our work, please vote for us. The result of Haryana elections where Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party promised 1,000 rupees in the bank account of women, promised free electricity and promised the women and the men of Punjab, men of Haryana that please look at our work in Punjab and Delhi and then vote for us. So the truth is coming out that whether it is Haryana or now whether it will be Delhi, the people are saying that Arvind Kejriwal promises but does not deliver. The Bharatiya Janata Party promises and delivers, whether it is Maharashtra, whether it is Haryana, whether it is Chhattisgarh or whether it is Madhya Pradesh. Now welfare schemes have been going on since 2005 onwards. We have modified and enlarged them. Now Mr. Kejriwal's argument again is wrong. He was speaking about credibility and commitment. Well, this is Mr. Kejriwal's interview and this is the interview on India Today with you. And Mr. Kejriwal was telling that he will clean Yamuna, and if he does not clean Yamuna, this is 2022 when he was giving an interview to you, that if he does not clean Yamuna, then Delhi will not vote for him. We are standing in 2025, Yamuna is not clean. So my basic premise of argument is the credibility and which the Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party had in 2015, in the last 10 years it has eroded on all the fronts, whether it is education, education, maximum failure rate in 11th standard, whether it is health model. This is Mr. Manish Sisodia sending his own kid to a private school and sending him to Canada rather than getting him studied in a Delhi government school. And in 2013, Mr. Kejriwal used to say that I will have my kids study in government schools. So it is about credibility. And just 10 seconds, Preeti, we are building 4 crore houses for the poor across the country. We are giving 80 crore individuals across the country free ration. Welfareism we do, but at the same time we've got India as the fastest growing economy. Mr. Kejriwal has ensured that Delhi for the first time is turning into revenue deficit. That's the difference.
All right. So even though Delhi's revenue deficit, you've decided to up the direct cash transfer from what Aam Aadmi Party's promised of 2,100 to 2,500.
Yeah, because we will save a lot on advertising.
So I'll circle back.
A lot on corruption.
Okay, so you're saying you're going to save that money and you're going to, make it come good in terms of a direct cash transfer. I'll circle back, but I just want to give out 2 figures and I'll come back to
on that 10 seconds.
Sir, allow me to open up the debate and bring in Onika, and I'll add to it, and you can mull over that answer, and I'll come back to you. And that is, I just want to give some figures out. 4 lakh crore in debt. Madhya Pradesh, you have a direct cash transfer in Madhya Pradesh. You have 4 lakh crore in debt, 7,000 lakh crore plus debt where the state of Maharashtra is concerned. Ladki Bahin Yojana. We'll come back, circle back to you. Onika Mehrotra, to come to you on this, it's interesting because you have taken on the Aam Aadmi Party on possibly every scheme. Not just every scheme that the Aam Aadmi Party has offered, you've even upped the electricity scheme where you're saying even if it is 302 units, you will not pay for 300.
All right, Preeti ji, let me tell you, national capital of this country is in deplorable condition. I say this because both the parties, BJP at the MCD, has made it absolute garbage all over, from the garbage heap that we see in the Balswa and the other area, as well as the Jamuna, or you name it. My pertinent question to you here is that let's not talk about what is happening in other states. The question is the Vidhan Sabha deals with Delhi per se, as we are having Delhi elections. Now what's happening, Preeti ji? It was Congress who actually worked on the empowerment of the woman. We said on the birth of a girl child, a certain amount will be transferred, and when the child clears class 12, she gets a certain amount for higher education or for a marriage, for other purpose. That was the kind of welfare scheme. We never, we never did it because for the votes. We did it for actually improving the status of the people who are living below poverty line. Similarly with the electricity, we gave 200 units free. It was we who did that. If somebody else comes and copy paste and says it was he, a champion for the welfare, it's wrong to say that. You can check the history records back and you'll see that was the Delhi Congress which started this scheme so that, you could bring the difference between the haves and have-nots to a balancing state. And that is why we came with various schemes. Not only did we come with the schemes for the poor, we also started working on the universities, for the schools, for colleges, say no to kerosene, say no to plastic bag, so environment also. So everything was a complete package. But here, Preeti ji, it's a tilted story. A story that you feel that other states are doing it. Let us upscale the schemes and maybe you can get the voters lured back. To back the voters, despite the fact that they have done nothing. The ground reality says that Delhi actually has been plundered and looted by these two parties.
All right, but I'll come back to you, Dr. Mehrotra, as well, because you seem to suggest that the Congress is doing a stellar job by doling out schemes, and I'll give you an example of the state of Himachal Pradesh, where I reckon, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's actually come down to where the Himachal Bhavan in the national capital is, to sell that. You and I both understand that. You and I both understand that the old pension scheme, a huge chunk of that is yet to be delivered in Himachal, and you're neck deep in debt there. I'll come back. I'll come back, ma'am. I'll come back. And Jasmine Shah, coming back to the question that I asked you, you said that the BJP promises doesn't deliver. The Aam Aadmi Party has made enough promises, 1,000 rupees. The women of Punjab still waiting for that, and you're already offering 2,100 in the national capital. Why should the Delhi voter believe you?
Preeti, I have a problem with the audio. Is that question to me?
Yes, that's to you, Jasmine. We'll sort that out. But can you hear me? Can you take that question?
No, I'm not able to hear.
Okay, stay with us. We're going to sort that audio out with Jasmine, and I'm going to cut across to Pradeep Bhandari, and I'll go back to Jasmine till the time we are sorting out Jasmine Shah's audio connect. Pradeep Bhandari, you'd want to come in because you say that you deliver because you can. You know how to manage your money very well. You've done this in the past, and you're doing it now. You really haven't done it in the past. These are welfare schemes, which you say are not bravery, but it's costing the states that you already run. I gave you the example of Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra.
Well, just to answer your specific question, Preeti, as per the RBI report, the recommended GSDP for any state is 3%. Maharashtra is at 2.6%. Debt to GDP ratio, as per the same report, the highest in the country is of Punjab, which is 44%, and Maharashtra is at 18%, and it is able to service its debt because of heavy revenue. Whereas in Punjab, if you recall and remember, Punjab does not have money to pay to its policemen. 80,000 policemen have not been paid salary because they're not able to generate revenue, and not a single woman in Punjab has got 100 rupee. I challenge Jasmine on your show. I am naming three, as a testament and an example, three beneficiaries from Madhya Pradesh. Sunita Bhai from Bhopal, a labourer, Sujata Bhai from Indore, a chai shop owner, and Krishna Bhai from Budni, again a housewife. All of them have got Ladli Behna Yojana and money deposited in their account. Can Jasmine name a single woman, whether it is in Punjab or Delhi, has the Delhi government able to deliver? Now coming on the Madhya Pradesh specific question, Preeti, the budget presented on July 2024 expects a revenue surplus in FY25 of 1700 crore. Last time the budget was 3,14,025 crore. This time the budget is projected to be 3,65,067 crore. So yes, we promise welfareism, but at the same time we invest roughly 11 lakh crore on infrastructure. So what I again come to the show, it is about credibility and about delivery. We have delivered. Can Mr. Kejriwal, who's promising 2,100, tell a single woman, whether it is in Punjab or in Delhi, that he's deposited even 100 rupees? I can tell you crores and lakhs of women, whether it is Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, or whether it is Chhattisgarh or Haryana, where we've delivered. This is why Punjab, after Punjab, which is just 20 kilometers away, on the border of Haryana, the individuals in Haryana knew he's not been able to deliver in Punjab, so they did not vote Mr. Kejriwal. In fact, in his own hometown, he could not get 2,000 votes. So it is not Mr. Kejriwal of 2015, this is 2024 with corruption, along with failure to deliver on promises. Has he cleaned Yamuna? No. Has he provided safe water? No. Has he provided women money in their account? Absolutely not. So people want to give the BJP a chance, which is delivered across the country.
All right, there's what's great about data, Pradeep Bhandari, is that you can look it from either sides. You gave me a slew of data for our viewers, and some of it is correct. But let me also just, dig a little deeper in that data, and it would suggest that in the year 2023, 44,000 crores was borrowed by the Madhya Pradesh government from the center exchequer. The 2024, that sum has gone up. You and I both know. I'll come back to it because ultimately, Pradeep Bhandari, I'll come back to you.
Also borrowed.
Allow me.
All states borrow.
Allow me. Every state borrows, but some get better benefits because there's a double engine sarkar. And you and I both understand it. That's the play of politics. And ultimately, we can keep having this conversation about how much money has been borrowed by the center. It doesn't really bother because the people, the voters right now have become deeply transactional. So it really doesn't matter how much debt that state is. But if the direct cash transfer is coming, then be it. Jasmine Shah, if you can hear me now, would you want to take that question? Yes. 1,000 rupees still being awaited by the woman of Punjab. You already offered 2,100 in Delhi. Why should the people of Delhi believe you?
No, what's the simple reason that in Delhi, the scheme is already in implementation, and Punjab, we have promised that we didn't say that it will come from the first day, but we did promise that 300 units of electricity will come from the first day. It started happening. We talked about mohalla clinics. It's happening. Schools are being completely revamped. So a lot of work is happening in Punjab. This will also happen. But as far as the free cash transfer to women, that scheme has already been passed by the cabinet. The 1,000 rupees promise that we had made. And now we said we will up it to 2,100. But I want to say the credibility, because they keep saying कि देखो हमने implement कर दी. You know the reality of what's happening to the scheme in Maharashtra, Preeti. I think many of your viewers already know. Their government promised that we will increase the amount to 2,500 after elections. Elections are over in Maharashtra. The amount has not been increased to 1,500. Forget that. They now are not able to find the money to even pay 1,500. This is a report just from yesterday in Frontline.
and it says that the government is now, because of the deficit, is going to cut down the number of beneficiaries by 35 lakh. This is exactly the track record. Chunavi वादे जरूर करेंगे, but the implementation after that, they have a I told about the LPG cylinder in Rajasthan. Pradeep Bhandari has still not disputed that fact that Chunavi jumla tha. I talked about 300 units in Odisha. That
here is the truth of Rajasthan.
I'll come back to you, sir. I'll come back to you. Allow me. He didn't interrupt you. I'll come back.
They have not offered that. So, baat yahi hai. For the people of Delhi, it's very clear that here's a CM Kejriwal who is going to transform Delhi. We have built infrastructure, metro length has been doubled, electric buses are on the street, we're investing in health and education, and we are keeping a revenue surplus budget while giving all the free essential utilities.
Okay.
That is the Delhi model of governance that neither BJP or Congress can talk about. And even Congress has nothing much to boast about. In Karnataka, यहाँ पे आके लोग free cylinder बोलते हैं, but Karnataka में why are they not giving free cylinder? Why are they not giving 300 units?
Okay.
So this is the point. You know, all these traditional parties can claim to be Kejriwal, but the country knows there's only one Kejriwal, and that is Kejriwal in Ahmedabad.
Monica Mehrotra, you know, the fact is, look at it this way. You have an incumbent. The incumbent always has an advantage, especially because the incumbent has running schemes and they bolster on that. And that is the Aam Aadmi Party. Then you have a primary challenger who says, listen, we have Modi at the center and we are going to go double engine. We are going to speed up every chance of delivery, and you're not going to see that fracas which you see between the LG and the Delhi Chief Minister. What's going to happen like this? Where does the Congress stand in midst of all of this, Monica Mehrotra?
Preeti ji, this is what happens when the governance is in hand of incapable people. The Kejriwal never had any experience, and look how he has rotten Delhi. You know, they talk about all these freebies and so on and so forth, but the intention actually is to make their own pockets fuller and fuller. So this is what happens. And BJP, on the other hand, never got a chance to run Delhi because people of Delhi knew. They have seen them in MCD. They know what a disastrous kind of regime they will be when they handle the Vidhan Sabha. That is why, Preeti ji, they've kept them away. Yes, Kejriwal definitely lured the people of Delhi, but for how long? See, the bubbles you see above the water, the river, it definitely rises above the water, but it's very short-lived. These are just bubbles which will just be blown away because they have nothing else to say but to say that, oh, they cry foul, that LG doesn't allow us to work, we wanted to work, we are the honest people, we are capable. But the ground reality is evidently clear that they have not worked for the people of Delhi. They have left them in a lurch, and people of Delhi are now looking for a better breathing Delhi.
Okay.
And hence, they look back to the work of the Congress. You will tell me, oh, please don't talk about Sheilaji's work. Why not, Preeti ma'am? Because
no,
that
I'm
is
not
what
saying
is
anything, Monica Mehrotra. Don't preempt questions. I'm not saying anything.
Most of the time you say, oh, please, don't keep talking about Sheilaji. But ma'am, that is what is only visible.
All right. You know, I have run the end of this debate. We've run out of time. Pradeep Bhandari, I apologize. You wanted to come in, but, you know, I gave you all equal time. So I'm going to end it there. But we leave you with these images that are coming in. Double Olympic medalist shooter Manu Bhaker and teenage chess world champion D. Gukesh received a euphoric round of applause as they walked up to receive the prestigious Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna from the President Draupadi Murmu in the National Sports Awards ceremony in New Delhi on Friday. We're going to leave you with these stunning images and we'll come back on Monday. Have a fabulous weekend.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
I don't read the news.